Hi, I'm Madison.
Hi, and I'm Ashley.
This is Charlie, and we're going to show you the basics of taking care of your puppy at home. So first off, you want to make sure that their skin and coat is healthy, and you want to make sure you're using the correct products to take care of it. So you want to make sure their coat is nice and soft and free of any tangles or mats. We have two kinds of conditioning spray. This one is the one I recommend for puppies just because it's more of a detangler. This one you can use for older dogs. This is also, what's the word? It reduces inflammation.
Reduces inflammation. The emu oil is also really good at getting the coat soft or dematting or detangling. Yeah. It's even good for short hair.
So when you're brushing your puppy, you want to make sure you get all the way down to the skin. And Ashley can show you what line brushing is.
So basically with line brushing, you're basically wanting to get every line of hair there is. So you'll just lift up the hair and you'll just brush down, because that way I can see the skin and I can see if there's any knots or tangles that I'm going to have to work through. And then we just keep going up.
You slowly work your way through all the hair.
The entire coat.
And you want to make sure you get legs, armpits, belly, anywhere there's hair.
It's okay. Hi, baby. It's okay. Good job.
You always want to be patient. You never want to expect perfection with puppies. It's all about learning and just getting them used to things. So if you don't get through something, that's okay. You just have to work on it.
And sometimes it'll take you 4 days to brush your puppy.
And that's okay.
But you can give them lots of rewards.
Good job, Charlie.
And you can follow up with a comb. Make sure your comb goes all the way through where you brushed. So your comb is going to check your work. Your brush is what you're using to get the job done, and this checks your work. So if your comb hits a tangle, you know that to go back and brush that area again. And then we'll take care of paws and nails. So your puppy's nails are going to grow super fast, super long, super sharp. They're going to claw you. There are different sizes of nail clippers. We have large ones, which are not puppy sized. These are cat nail clippers, but they're perfect for little puppy nails.
Itty bitty puppy nails.
If you have a friend, you can have a friend hold your puppy, or your partner, or somebody that you live with. And just take the tips.
Good job.
You just want to trim the tips of them off. Because if you go too short, you're going to hit the quick, and that's where the blood is.
Good job.
So we just do some little snippies.
I know.
Good job, Charlie.
And if they ever start to freak out, just reset them. So just set them down, get them resituated. I'll pick them back up, and we'll go back to normal if he starts getting worried.
A Dremel and a emery board. The Dremel is what you want to use because it gets the job done quicker. And introduce them to the tool. And it tickles, so they might kind of fight you a little bit.
It's okay.
But I'm going to let you see. You just kind of want to take it over the edge of that nail. Make sure you're holding the nail to keep it sturdy.
Good job.
And you can just file the tips off. It makes them smoother, so they're not going to scratch you to bits. It also gets them a little bit shorter and helps push that quick back so that you'll have a shorter nail altogether. If your puppy doesn't tolerate the Dremel, you can always start with an emery board and just hold their nails and file them this way. And Ashley has a little round thing.
I do. It's a little, I don't know, it's meant for dog nails, but what it is, it's just a little wooden ball that I can hold on to really nicely, and it has sandpaper grits on it. So that way I can lift the dog's nails,
and if you don't like it, we can just
run over it. What that'll do is just smooth it down for them so they're not sharp on you, because puppy nails are the sharpest things you'll ever have, besides their teeth, which we will talk about next.
Well, first we got to get the pads. So their paw pads grow hair. Shorter breed dogs are not going to have as much hair as like a longer breed, like a poodle or a Bichon or a Shih Tzu. But you want to make sure that this is cleaned out to prevent any matting, because matting would be painful, and it could cause like lack of airflow will cause like infections to the skin and stuff under there. So if you have little trimmers like this, you just kind of run it over their pad. You don't want to dig. Leave that to the groomers. But just kind of run your clippers over and make sure that paw pad stays clear of hair and debris. And if they go out in the yard, check in between their toes for like sticks, rocks, anything that could be kind of stuck in between their toes.
Foxtails are also really popular for getting stuck in the feet.
Little
so
burrs and stuff.
For those.
Mm-hmm. I found lots of those in between toes.
Yep, yeah. And also keeping that hair out helps keep it clean, to keep any kind of yeast coming from it. So that Frito smell is not necessarily a good sign. It's a sign that there's some bacteria growing, and that you want to get them clean, get those paws scrubbed down.
Baby, what has you got?
Next, we'll talk about teeth. We have several different products. We have dental gel. So this you'll put on your finger, on a toothbrush. There's little rubber toothbrushes that go on your fingers, so kind of in the middle of either of those things. But you just want to kind of like introduce it to your puppy. Here, this one's open. Just kind of let them sniff it, smell it.
What is that? Is that a treat? Yeah. Is that a treat? Yeah. That's delicious.
You just want to make everything a positive experience so that they don't connect it with something negative, because they're going to have to do this for the rest of their lives. These are the little, they go on your finger. There's already toothpaste and stuff on there, so you just pop it on, brush their little teeth. So what you'll do is you'll pull their cheek back, and you'll either your finger or your toothbrush, and you'll just brush those teeth. And with puppy teeth, it doesn't have to be perfect, because they're going to lose these teeth. But this builds their trust to let you get in their mouth and allow you to look at their teeth and take care of their teeth when they're older as well.
A lot of people don't know this as well, but you're supposed to brush your dog's teeth as often as you brush yours. The great thing about those toothpastes are they are enzymatic. So what that does is it'll go in and it'll break down the plaque on its own. So you don't have to worry as much as the scrubbing motion, as much as just getting it in their mouth and letting them lick around.
Letting it sit on their teeth. There's also like dental toys with we don't have one here, but they have little grooves and stuff for when they chew, their teeth kind of go inside of the toy a little bit. You can pop some toothpaste on there and let them kind of brush their own teeth.
You're doing so good. You are such a good job. You are just the bestest. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
So eyes and ears are also very important.
Yes, I know.
So as far as eyes go, we do have a product. I don't think we sell this here, do we?
Is it the
Eye Safe?
We sell eye wash.
Okay.
Which is the same.
So when you give them their bath, you obviously want to make sure that shampoo stays out of their eyes. But with puppies, they don't always know to not put their face directly in the stream of water. So we have Eye Safe. This you can just put a drop in each of their eye, and it kind of coats it. That way, if shampoo does get in their eye, it'll rinse right out. We have eye wipes for in between baths, after the bath. This is for like tear stains, anything like that. If they get like the crusties, you can use that to wipe that stuff off.
Which it's important to start early when you start seeing the stains, to stay on the wipes and make sure you're taking care of them.
Tear stains can't be removed, but they can be prevented.
Yes.
So the only way to remove them is to cut them off. Eye wash, this is just regular saline solution. I'll use this after a bath just to make sure that their eyes are clear of any kind of soap or anything. You can also take a cotton round and soak it in eye wash, and kind of like if a dog has like super bad crusties, just kind of set it there and let it soak. And once it soaks in, you can kind of comb it out. Ears. So Charlie has some hair in his ears, but it's not blocking airflow. Some people want their dog's ears to be completely clear of hair, but this kind of helps protect their ears as well. You want to have a little bit of hair to prevent anything from getting in there. Charlie has plenty of airflow. It's not blocking. It's not infected. So I'm going to leave that there. But you can take some air cleaning solution. I don't think I have that. I have it already pre-soaked on cotton balls. So I don't have a container to show you guys. But you can take a cotton ball. These ones are little bitty. And you just want to clean where you can see. You don't want to go down in there. Just kind of wipe what you can see. If there's a lot of debris and stuff deep in the canal, I would definitely take your dog to the vet and have the vet do that, because you can really damage their ear.
And if there is a lot of debris in their ear, also don't pluck it. Because that'll just open up wounds on the inside, and bacteria can grow in and become worse for you.
Yep. And if your dog's ear has like a yeasty smell, that could be the sign of a start of infection. So go to your vet and have them check it and get them started on antibiotics before it gets any worse.
So now I think we would like to go over a lot of common mistakes that happens on early on puppy maintenance and grooming, just because a lot of people don't know, some people don't, they just never learn. It's a very confusing thing, and not a lot of people know. We like to get them in as early as we can. So as soon as they get their first round of shots, we like to get them in for grooming.
Charlie's 3 months.
Yes.
So, and I think Charlie's been to a groomer before.
Yes.
So this isn't his first time. But as soon as your dog has, I think, their second round of shots, every vet has a different opinion, but I think the average is around 2 rounds of shots. Go ahead and bring your puppy in for a bath and a blowout. Bath, brush, blowout. Get them used to the environment. Get them used to their new groomer, the bathtub, the sounds, because this is scary. It's scary for little babies.
Another thing you can do, even if you're not comfortable doing the nails, it's totally fine. We are more than happy to help you with that. But you want to practice them getting used to it at home. So even if you're not wanting to do the nails at home or things like that, it's really a good idea to take like the other side of an electric toothbrush and like rub it down their legs. So that way they get used to the vibration motion. Because not only are we going to use it for nails, we'll also use it for clippers.
Or if you guys have beard trimmers at home, take the blade off of it, and then you've got something that vibrates, and it's the sound they're going to be hearing when they're at the salon. So, see, he's curious. He wants to check it out. So without the blade, it's safe. With a blade, you can just kind of cup your hand over it. This is how I typically do it. I'll just put my hand over the blade. And that way, if they do whip around to sniff it, they're not going to get cut. We're not going to shave anything off that we don't want to. Just kind of get them used to it. Their paws are super important. Dogs hate when their paws are touched. Make sure you get in between their toes, the bottom of their feet.
Good job. That's very good.
And then the other thing is their face. Puppies hate when things are in their face. So you can hold them. Charlie doesn't have a beard. Usually I would hold a beard like this just to kind of stabilize their head. It doesn't hurt them unless you're like super pulling it. But with Charlie, I'll put my finger here and my thumb here behind their cheekbones, and you're not going to choke them since you're not on their throat. It just kind of gives you a stable hold, so you can kind of get them used to that feeling. And then you want to make sure to always reward them for doing such a good job.
That was so
Not the whole
good.
He
bag.
said the whole bag.
Yeah,
Thank
come
you.
here. There you go. See?
He knows
Good
his work.
job. Another thing, you can take the clippers. I'll take the blade off since he's curious. Let them sit in front of them and run. And that way, they're just kind of getting used to that sound. Good job. Good job.
You're so good.
If you bathe your puppies at home, you want to make sure you're using not only dog formulated shampoos, but puppy safe shampoos. So here at Feeders, we have the Incredipet. Nope, that's not even the right one. That's all coat. There is a puppy formula. It is baby powder scented.
Yeah, it's puppy and kitten shampoo.
It says puppy and kitten. There's also Tropiclean. It's puppy and kitten. It's just a lower or a better pH for puppy coats. As far as conditioner goes, the only one we sell is this one, but this one is safe to use on puppies.
What is that? What is
And you always want to follow up with a conditioner at home, because a shampoo will open up their pores and cause dry skin, and the conditioner closes up those hair follicles as well and just kind of keeps the coat nice and soft and moisturized, and they'll be less itchy.
So a lot of the times as well, when your dog gets matted, a big mistake I see all the time are pet parents bathing the dog after it's already gotten matted. Once you're to that point, you are pretty much at the restart button, unless it can be brushed out, and it's safely able to be brushed out. But if you, before you bathe your puppy, if it's a long hair coat and you're not sure if they're matted, take a comb through it. If it gets stuck, it's matted.
Yep, brush before and after the
yes.
bath. If there are mats before a bath, water is just going to tighten those up.
Yeah, it acts like a sponge and it just gets tighter
the water,
and tighter.
The water will make them so much worse. So if they're minor mats and your groomer is able to get them out, if you bathe them before they go to the groomer, they're not going to be able to come out.
Yeah, we'll have to shave those.
So if you have any concerns about mats or tangles, your groomer, any hours that your groomer is open, whether it be us or someone else, bring them in and we can take a look and tell you, hey, you can do this at home, or we might need to make an appointment.
Sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Good boy.
Charlie has done an amazing job.
He has done an amazing
he has
job.
Done the perfect puppy. Not all the time will you get a puppy this fantastic, but he is amazing and he is standing so good. A lot of the times puppies can be nervous and like we said before, it's trial and error. So whatever you get through, that's okay.
There's some puppies that the first grooming appointment they come in, all I can get done is their nails. There's some puppies that all we can get done is a bath. But that's why we start them early. That way we can do one thing at a time and get them acclimated to a full groom for when they're older and they actually need it.
Yeah. We never want to rush into a full haircut. Like if he had never been touched with clippers before, it can be extremely stressful to learn it and to be forced through it and things like that. We don't like to do that to puppies either.
Is dangerous because they are sharp tools and moving objects.
Yes. Yeah, they are. And they are quick moving objects. The puppies are the quickest.
Do you guys have any questions?
Hi, sweetie. Aren't you just the cutest potato sweetie too? You've done so good, Charlie. You did. You did the best.
Any advice for skunk dogs?
Skunk dogs. I do have one client, and I wish I would have gotten her recipe because she is the only client I've ever had that is able to de-skunk her dog at home. So I will get that, and as soon as I figure it out, I will post it. However, for now, if your dog gets skunked, give us a call.
Do not get it wet.
Yeah, don't get it wet. So the water the skunk smell will stick.
Skunk spray is an oil, and oil and water do not mix. So when the skunk sprays it on, it's meant to stick to the animal or to the prey that is meant to get the skunk. Statistically speaking, the skunk smell can last between 2 months and 2 years. It just depends on how it reacts with the skin and the oils and everything like that. The best thing you can do, I'm not sure if we sell it here, but I know that online there is a dry shampoo and a dry spray for skunk and things like that.
We have a product here.
But the things that go on dry are what you're going to want to use first before you get it in. Because the sprays and the shampoos and stuff, they're going to dry out those oils the best they can before you get it wet. Once you get it wet, the smell just radiates. And you'll notice that for the next few times, he's going to stay a little smelly. My bet is he or she got sprayed in the face because they love meeting spicy kitty cats. And so you want to be careful with the face. You don't want to use anything that's going to irritate the eyes. So just be careful when you're doing that. And a good thing would be to get some of that eye wash.
Eye Safe.
Yeah, Eye Safe. That way, after you're done washing the face, you can just double check and make sure and get it out of your eyes. But we also handle skunk dogs as well.
So you can call us, make an appointment, or you can do what Ashley said and find that dry shampoo to use and try to get it out yourself.
Can you go over pricing?
Pricing. So for our puppies, our full groom, which is everything that we've covered today, it starts at $65. If they're this size. I can't remember our exact weights. I know 40 pounds is a large dog. What's a medium? Is it 20?
Yes, over 20 is a medium-sized dog.
21 pounds to 40 pounds is a medium dog.
40 to 75.
41 to 75 is a large dog. And it goes up, what, $20?
I think so. About $20.
So yeah, 65 for under 20 pounds, it goes up 10. Yeah. 75 for our mediums, 85 for our large. And I think there's an extra large and a double XL.
And we are having a 20% off new clients.
Clients, yes. And then our returning clients, it's not puppy related since you guys have probably been here before, but returning clients also get a free spa upgrade with your appointment since we can't offer you that 20%.
So you can either get like a free nail grinding, or we can get your dog's nails shorter and
Blueberry
smoother,
facial,
or a teeth brushing, help get the teeth nice and clean.
Sweetie, all you did to get us, yeah, I put a bow on.
It's so
Speaking
cute.
of teeth, which toothbrushing product do you recommend the most?
So like Ashley said, look for an enzymatic toothpaste because that's going to make it's more getting it on their teeth rather than brushing the entire tooth because a dog is not going to sit there and let you brush their teeth for 10 full minutes.
Out of all
Or
of them,
2 full minutes.
out of all of them, the finger wipes and the gel are
Yeah,
what I,
so-
the gel you can put in chewables.
So what I do for my dogs at home is I'll take a toothbrush and the gel and I'll just do a quick swipe on the top and then on the bottom. And then I'll follow it up with the gel or the spray. And I would just put a little squirt of it in their mouth just so that they get anything I missed with the toothbrush.
We like to be very thorough.
Yes.
Do you need an appointment to bring your dog in for a nail trim?
No, we don't require appointments for nail trims. We don't always have time. So just kind of stop in and see how busy we are.
Or give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call, see how busy we are. At this location, I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'm taking walk-ins from 9 to 3.
I will be working Sunday through Wednesday, 10 to about, my last appointment will be around 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And I take walk-ins from 11 a.m. until about 4 p.m. But you do have to have your rabies vaccine certificate, or
If they're old enough for it.
if they're over 4 months.
If your puppy, I think it's 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
I'll give them until 5 because
Yeah.
some vets wait till 5. But if your puppy's under 5 months and doesn't have their rabies vaccination, that is fine as long as they've had at least 2 rounds of shots.
And we just say that because we work with a lot of animals. There's a lot of zoonosis diseases that affect puppies severely that we try to stay safe from, but the best option to stay safe is to get their vaccines and their shots.
Yep, stay home until they're vaccinated. And we clean every day.
And we
but
disinfect our tools.
Clean and disinfect, but things are airborne sometimes and we can't catch it all.
How do you stabilize a puppy to brush them better? Our puppy keeps biting even with a toy when we go and brush him.
So you want to teach your puppy that it's not okay to bite the brush, not only for like the ease of brushing, but also for safety because some of these brushes have sharp pins on them and we don't want them to hurt their gums. So you want to make sure you have something comfy. For Charlie here, I have a yoga mat on top of the table as well as a little puppy blankie. That way he feels safe and secure on the table. And when I'm brushing, I kind of put his head away from the brush. And Ashley's here to help keep him from like kind of whipping around and getting me. So if you have someone to help you, that would be ideal. If not though, you can kind of put your puppy in like a football hold so that their head is back here and you can brush back here.
Another good tip is to if they're already like trying to nibble and things like that. I mean, of course, your presence matters most. So your attitude when you come at it is really important. You want to stay calm and assertive, not mean or anything like that. You just want to be assertive. So like, hey, we're not going to play a game. This isn't a toy. This isn't. This is important that you learn that it's what you need to keep your coat
You want to be calm and assertive with it.
So another good idea would be when they get really sleepy. After you've run them and play with them and they are falling
nice and
overtired, it is a really good time to show them like, oh, look at how nice the brush feels. Aren't you falling asleep for it?
And there's also distractions. So we have licky mats that we sell here.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I bought one of these gurus. I think we sell these here as well. But you put squeezed cheese or peanut butter in it. And it kind of slows down their licking. That way they're nice and distracted, and that'll probably take them a couple minutes to get through that little bit of cheese that I put in there. But most puppies are very food motivated, and they will be distracted by anything you put in front of them that's edible.
Good job,
And
Charlie.
what to use for double coat?
Double coated dogs, you want to still use the slicker brush and a metal comb, but instead of you're getting tangles and mats, but also that undercoat that they shed out. So I always start with my slicker brush, and then I'll follow up with a comb and make sure this comb will grab any undercoat that your double coated dog has. So as you're going through here, you're going to get chunks of hair on your comb from any double coated dog. Ashley also pulled out her rake.
Yes, I have my undercoat rake, so this works great on dogs that have a lot of poof underneath that needs to come out and things like that. So you use this on typically double-coated dogs. It wouldn't do much for this baby because they don't shed as much. But you would just kind of run it through in the areas that are mostly going to have a lot of the hair. So the butt area, the mane, the chest, the neck, the shoulders. Mm-hmm. You want to get behind the ears as good as you can with the brush and comb because that's what's going to mat first is those ears and the armpits.
A lot of the double coated breeds, I bought this. This is not a dog product. This is for curly hair. It's a curly hair comb for people. It's all just plastic. It's one piece. But I'll use it for my double coat dogs as I'm blowing them dry. So I'll take the dryer, and as it's drying, I will do the line brush technique, and this will grab all that undercoat as I'm drying, and it'll kind of just help get all that out. That way it's less of a mess when they're dry and I finish up with the comb.
And personally for me, when I finish doing a double coated dog, if there's any kind of tufts I see or any extra hair that I see, I like to take a double coated comb, which has, it's going to be the long and short. So it's going to be closer together. If there is a mat, be careful because you don't want to pull on it. It can hurt. But you basically just take the comb through and double check your work, which would get out any of those extra little tufts because the teeth are so close together.
But at home, you don't have to go buy all these expensive tools. We have those. You can let us use those if you want. At home, just a regular, actually this is the one that I bought from Chris Christensen. This is one that we sell here at Feeders. It looks basically the same, but a little lower quality, not quite high quality where you want to be brushing 8 dogs a day.
Right. Probably don't need a $55 comb for one dog.
No.
Charlie.
Yep. Any metal comb will do. Any slicker brush will do. For these doodles and poodles, though, a lot of our slicker brushes that you'll see in store have shorter tines like this.
I also have.
And that's not going to reach all the way down to their skin on the first go. So if you're not doing your line brushing technique, you're not going to get all the way down to the skin. If you do want to do like a quick brush, if you want to do your line brush once a week and a quick brush like 2 times a week on top of your line brush, you can get one with longer tines. Those are going to go all the way down through that thick coat and get to the skin. So a nice quick brush through, or you can use the shorter ones to do your line brushing.
And then we also sell a lot of brushes with the pins on it. It kind of looks like that, where it has a bunch of plastic pins.
Little balls at the end.
Now, it's good for desensitization when you're trying to get the dog used to brushing, but it's not going to do a good job at getting the full coat underneath and getting to the skin. That's just more for a
training tool.
Yeah, the dog doesn't like it because it scratches them. You can try that to get them used to it.
And these don't hurt.
No, they don't hurt.
If you really press, they might hurt you. But if you just lightly, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to scratch your dog. They look scarier than they actually are. But without the balls on the end, your brush is going to get all the way through that coat down to their skin. With the balls, it's just going to it's going to sit on top of the hair.
The only time you could ever try to hurt them with the brush is with brush burn. Mm-hmm. The only time that ever happens is when you are excessively brushing one area. So if you're trying to demat and the skin is turning red, you might as well stop. Mm-hmm. Just because.
Yep. Always keep an eye on their skin. Make sure their skin is nice and pink.
We just want to be mat free, so we don't need no tangles. How are we doing?
Can you all show the backside, how to brush the backside? We had a couple questions about
the back or their butt.
I think they're
back here
area.
Yeah. Okay.
You want me to hold a new brush?
So it's basically the same thing as everywhere else. You just kind of want to go with how the hair grows. So you're going to go straight back on the back, but when you're on the back side, You just want to go down the leg like so. And then sometimes you can take like the opposite leg and lift it up. Make sure you're going with the range of motion of your dog and support that knee. And you can brush the inside of their leg like this. Some dogs will lay down and let you brush their bellies and the insides of their legs. But with a puppy, they don't automatically know that. So always support the knee. So can't see it through all the hair, but I've got my finger right here on his knee. So it's not just kind of floating there. He feels nice and secure. He doesn't feel like he's going to fall. And then just follow through with your comb. Make sure there's no tangles that can turn into mats.
Like she was speaking with the correct angulation of the body, the way she grabbed it was perfectly correct. A great way to see where the knee moves is to grab like right on the back of the foot here, because then they'll lift and you can kind of get an idea of where the leg can move. You never want to move it out of place. So
that's where it'll hurt, and your dog will fight back.
Yep.
And that's where a lot of that, like the puppy's nipping at the brush. Some of it's play, but some of it's also like, hey, my body doesn't move that way.
Yes. A lot of them just have to get used to it. You just don't want to give up. Don't give up on it.
Don't let them win.
And if you need help, we are always here. You can always come in for questions, or if you just need help with brush outs,
a brush
like
lesson. We can give you a quick one-on-one lesson if you walk in.
Yeah.
In which location are you guys located?
Holiday Manor.
We are the Feeder Supply in Holiday Manor.
Yep.
Which is pretty much new opening.